Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm Cam Christo. This is MEIOU and Taxes, a glorious mod that I have not played since, or I didn't. Last time I uploaded a video, so I wouldn't have played it since even before then, of May 2022. It's been a long time. I, at the time, intended to wait to play again until the privileges for the burghers and clergy were released. That hasn't happened. But we are back. We are back regardless. And we're going to play a little Austrian game. It's been a long time since I played Austria in EU4. And you will have to excuse me because there's a lot of songs I really don't like in the DLC. I got all the DLC for EU4 a while ago. And I'm just going to pause recording every time these come on and write them down so I can turn off the right DLC. Anyway, so we're going to play as Austria. This isn't exactly a tutorial series, but you know how I play, at least if you've seen my previous series, which you may not have, a bit presumptuous of me really. I'm going to explain why I'm doing things as I do them. As I say, it's been years since I last played, so there will be things I forget. I am running my submods, so Ages exists, MEIOU and Taxes, Hegemons exist, and we are using the 1440p UI mod. You can find all of these on my Steam Workshop page if you want them. Why are we rival to Fez? Fez, why would you rival me? What? What? Teutons, Fez, and Tunis? What? These are incoherent rivalries. Anyway, I think those are all the mods I'm using. No, I'm also using flavorful infrastructure, so we have local garrisons rather than just whatever this normally is, like guards, rank 2. And basic road infrastructure, and established irrigation, and small city rather than amenities 2, and things like that, which I like. So, without further ado, let's talk about goals. Let's talk about getting into it. So we are, of course, the Habsburgs, and I have, a couple of goals. Number one, of course, unite the HRE, and become the emperor, and then see where we're going. There's there's just one path in the HRE. In MEIOU and Taxes, there's no decentralized path, so we will just go down these. We'll probably end up fighting the wars of religion. Looks like the electors quite like us. That is partly because Karl here. Oh, they like us. They like us. Maybe we could immediately get a Habsburg. Oh, I love this 1440p UI mod for diplomacy. Look at that. We could try and get a Habsburg on the throne of Bohemia. That would be fun. What are the goals? Establish, obviously, a big industry, control trade. I mean, it's a normal campaign. I aim to establish control of the HRE, dominate trade, and I think in our previous campaign as France, we did quite a lot of colonial stuff with actual colonizing, but there is an entirely new colonial system, so I still do want to interact with that. But I also think a more relentless drive to dominate the Balkans and things would be fun, like a kind of, overland imperial campaign could be a good time. What are they calling Rome these days? Basilia Romaeon. Sure, I'm pronouncing that horrendously wrong. We're just going to call them Romans. Okay, so let's get back into it. Now, I think they changed trade, right? You don't need... I feel like you don't need a chain of merchants anymore. Is that right? Each sector is in the same node. Each neighboring important or neighboring toad parameters. Yeah, center trades enable intersector trade, where a sector is all provinces that share an owner in a trade node. A sector with only a minor center of trade can connect to other sectors if the sector owner knows of the country and the sector within its trade road, and every sector and colon, and then it just ends. What? We'll need to look into this, but I think the idea is basically bigger centers of trade allow you to trade between different regions. I'm going to have to ask about this though, because this is important. If you're not familiar, I should do a bit more of an introduction here. MEIOU and Taxes is a mod that adds a huge degree of complexity. And one of the things that I like about it, and one of the reasons I'm playing it, is that it adds a lot of stuff that's kind of coming in EU5, in terms of population and trade goods and things like that. And one of the really important things is your ability to actually trade between different sectors. So as it says, a sector is a trade node that is a region of a trade node that is controlled by one person. So right now, Ostermark and I'm assuming this is East and West, De Ends are in one sector, and this region is in another sector. So for these two to trade is possible because of these important centers of trade. But it seems to say, yeah, a sector with only a minor center of trade like this. This isn't a minor center of trade. It's an important center of trade. So this one's... okay, so I guess anything less than major is minor, even though there is one called minor. And then major center of trade. Trade centers enable where a sector and all provinces share an owner. A sector with a major center of trade like this can connect to other sectors if the sector owner knows them and they're within trade range. Capital sector and colonial sector. A capital sector is one that contains the political capital of the country. Any capital sector of colonial subjects acts as if it's owned by its overlord. Okay, jumping a node. The action where a sector can reach another node. If you have nodes A, B, C, A can reach C through B. Majors can do it once, while dominants can do it twice. For example, if A to B to A connects to B, connects to C, connects to D, a dominant could reach D directly if they own B and C, the first jump. Okay. Cool. So I guess the colon here is saying it has to be within its trade range, and because it's important, the following. Every sector is in the same node. Every neighbor, important dominant sector center of trade, all sectors in the neighboring nodes if the province owner owns a province node and trade province in the neighboring node. Okay. And it exists because it has 3 times more trade power than a minor center of trade and doubled in prominence. It can upgrade to a major center of trade if it produces a significant fraction of the trade node's trade power. It is the sector center. Whoops. It is the sector center. And the cities of the sector provide. Speaking about trade power. My god. Complicated mod, huh? Complicated mod. No problem. So, what I'm hearing is this important center of trade can only trade with sectors in its node or neighboring important major or dominant centers of trade. So this important center of trade can't trade with this minor center of trade. That's what I'm understanding. Whereas this minor one can only trade within its node. But this important one can trade with this important one because it's a neighboring important center of trade. But does it have to satisfy all of these, or can it satisfy any one? It feels like it can satisfy any one of these. I'm going to ask on the Discord though. Okay, so enough worrying about trade. Let's take a high-level view of the state of our country. So we're allied to Hungary, but I think that's the one that goes away early when Berlin gets given to Hungary by Bohemia. I think we should definitely marry Bohemia early. How many diplomatic relations do we have? 5 available. Yeah, let's marry Bohemia right out of the gate. Because right now, if they die, yeah, noble with von Habsburg succeeds to the throne. That would be pretty sick. Because if you're not familiar, Bohemia is the Holy Roman Emperor. We also have all these. This edition of these icons, by the way, they look cool, but they take up so much space. That was why I made the 1440p UI mod. Okay, so we definitely want to delegate the tax code. And we want to do it to all states. Oh, by the way, I've skipped the first couple of events and like the first day of the campaign just because they take a while to compute. We just have all the default settings on. Delegate the tax code is a complicated matter. So how much do we want to award to each year? How much of our stuff do we want to give up? That's, 3 months of admin. Just on tax. It's probably a good idea to tax fairly intensively at the start. We'll stay with the default and then we'll just see what we get. And maybe we reduce it as we go. We're a principality. Don't think the interfaction relations stuff works yet. I don't think the privileged desire stuff does anything yet either. Tech 15. So where's our maybe it just hasn't calculated yet, but where's our executive authority? Is that still a thing? How can I tell if it's a thing? You need it for certain privileges. State reach. Do not meet the requirements. Yes, but I'm just trying to see. State reach, bureaucratic influence. I'm not seeing it in there. Is it required for one of these? Doesn't seem like it. Why is it just saying you do not meet the requirements? There is a reform in consideration. No, there isn't. I guess it's just because there's an event live. But yeah, delegate our taxes out. Why is that not showing? Curious. We have right of commerce, which is what you need for commercialization, right? Commercialization. Be invented. Oh, and it's already spreading. Yeah. You need commerce right of 8 or higher. We have 7, right? Yeah. If we did that, we'd be giving more tax, more ideal burgers, more base consultation. Wow, this is just a strictly good thing. But you need average burger power of 30 and 40 state reach. Oh, that's going to be difficult. State reach, for those that you don't know. Yeah, so state reach is about... it's a province stat, I think, right? Yeah, here we go. So state reach is 5% in Ostermark. I think it's probably going to be 5% everywhere. We see it under elites. Yeah. And state reach is something we increase with... We can see our state reach is this. Right now it's dropping because of provincial administration. Minus 0.1 per year. That's not great. What is provincial administration? Is that a... Here it is. Minus 2.5 admin efficiency, minus 0.1 yearly state reach, minus 20% admin cost. Okay. Spending a bunch on wages and military maintenance, mostly military maintenance. Oh, here we go. Here's our executive authority. We have 66% authority. Cool. Because we have relatively high stats. And 60% of our authority comes from our ruler impact. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so if we wanted to reform this, I'm pretty sure I'm actually gonna. Oh, I don't need to. Well, I guess I might as well save. But the. But yeah, I'm just gonna save because I think if you consider reforms and then back down, it actually hurts your country. Which is really dumb. Because I just want to look at what it would do if we did this reform. So let's see. Yeah, so if we exit, do we get a back down? No, okay, we don't. Good. So we can, if we want to formalize the administration, yeah, it gives us an effective change of plus 0.1 yearly state reach and minus 0.05 autonomy. We can also further devolve it, which we definitely won't do. So if we do this, we can't do it right now because we need 25% state reach, 50% average autonomy or lower, or 50 state reach, and 65% average autonomy or lower. Okay, fine. So we'll back out of that. Cool. I don't know. Like what? I forget what the process is for starting this. Let's look at something I do understand. Okay, so if we to unite Austria, we basically need Tyrol. Okay, and if we can achieve that, we get 30 years of diplo-rep and legitimacy. Then if we go east, you need a general and to size up your army. We get a morale boost. If we have more development than Hungary, we get a restoration of union on Hungary. Nice. Once we subjugate Hungary, we get a claim on Croatia. Once we control Croatia, we get a claim on Bosnia. Once we control Bosnia, we get a claim even further south. And once we conquer, if we go and conquer Galicia, then we get Eastern Front secured. And if we get all the way down to the bottom, we get 25 years of boost. I really feel like the 25-year boost things from missions are kind of sad. Like 25-year boost is just not that much. Okay, we get the become the emperor and have imperial authority of at least 25 and call Reichsreform. We get a restoration on Bohemia. Okay, awesome. And if we get Bohemia, we get more claims. More claims. If we ally Iberia, we get a claim on this region. Interesting. Encircle France. We get claim on Champagne. 2 stability. Wow, that's kind of not that useful, right? Because it would just trend back down again. I guess you could use it to do a reform. Okay, and if you've got Italy, with some capital development, we get a claim on this region. Okay. If we take that region, more claims. Okay. Nothing too dramatic in the mission tree. And then here, 2 alliances in the HRE, we get some prestige. Ooh, we should definitely try and trigger this early, because right now we have electors backing us to become emperor. We have 2 subjects, we get an extra diplomat. If we become emperor, we get all kinds of stuff, 25 years. Cool. Okay, so we want 2 alliances in the empire. In order to trigger this, that will give us some prestige, and then we can start getting some extra diplomats and improve relations and things. Because we are going to try hard to make sure that we are the ones elected next. Now, how many princes do you need? 75 to maintain authority? Okay. And does it... Can we see... Yeah, that's right, they patched it. Was this a MEIOU and taxes change or a vanilla change? I don't know. To patch it so that you can get the... It actually shows what the electors are voting. Which is good. Can you still see... No. If you hover here, it used to show you who was for it and who was against it, which was great. But the HRE update broke that, ironically. Okay. I know I'm kind of floundering a little. There's lots of things that I don't remember. That's fine. We're getting there. So merchants these days, there's no reason to do anything other than just collect, I think. That was my understanding back in the day. So let's just do that for now. You don't need your merchants collecting for connecting trade together anymore. That's good to know. You start with Transylvania and Moldova as a subject. Right. And the Batu Ulus are pretty big and scary. Okay, we got 5 diplomats already. Wow. So yeah, let's take a look at who we might be able to secure. Bohemia is actually voting for us right now. Well, technically they're voting for Milan, but they're about to flip to us. Ideally, we want someone who doesn't like Bohemia. So, where have I put my opinion map mode? There it is. Who doesn't like Bohemia? Saxony. Oh no, sorry, that's Milzen. Milzen? What happened to Saxony? There they are. Saxony, what do you think of... Oh, I hit 3 to go to this tab because I'm used to playing Victoria 3. What do you think of Bohemia? I have no strong feelings on the matter. Okay. Well, Saxony is nice and small. Brandenburg, you're already elector, right? Are you rival to anyone important? Yes, you are rival to Poland. Sorry, to Bohemia. Amazing. All right, Brandenburg. Did I just insult them? Oh, fuck. You know what? No. I'm reloading. I'm not allowing a misclick to mean we insulted an elector right at the critical moment. Okay, as I was saying, we're going to improve relations with these guys. They're hostile to me right now. They desire my provinces? What are you talking about? What is that? Most sane Brandenburgian expansion plan. They want these 2. Why would you want these 2? That's so weird. Anyway, we'll try and make them like us regardless. Cologne. Oh, I should just check Bohemia. Who don't you like? Milzen. Doesn't Milzen... Don't you sometimes get an elector? Like someone... I feel like sometimes someone inherits the Saxony elector. Alright, we want to go with people we can marry, ideally. We've got only 3 relations, so I'm hoping that relations with 3 will be enough. 1, 2, I guess 3. Actually, no, hang on, I only have 2 spare electors. I'm assuming that Hungary is going to... I'm going to lose the alliance with Hungary. We'll see. Okay. Now, in terms of our army... Raise regiment maintenance. I forget. Does this... affect how much they're paid? I feel like it does. Like, will it hurt the people? It doesn't matter. Should we root out corruption? Probably not, right? Just let it scale up. It's going to go up by quite a bit. 1.78. And it's declining by 1.12. So it's going to go to about 27 or so. Trending equilibrium-wise. 2 unassigned merchants. Alright, yeah, I must have done that before I sent the thing off to them. I definitely already married you, though, yeah? Yeah. Now, what's our alliance limit? How do I tell that again? Is it in this tooltip? Create a formalized alliance, you need at least plus 65 relations. Interesting. Your number of alliance can't exceed that permitted by your international influence, which right now is Principality. Free alliance slot 0. International influence +2, diplomatic aggregate group +1, and yet 0. Don't know about that, Chief. Maybe it just hasn't calculated yet. In terms of ideas, we have Diplo ideas. Prosthetic mission is Diplo plus Evangel. Did they add policies? No, doesn't seem like it. It looks, but that, when I hover here, it says proselytic missions, Diplo plus Evangel. Is evangelizing, is that a mission? Is that an idea group? Is that new? Or is that a hangover? No, here it is. Evangelizing. So if you have this, you can get +1 missionaries. Cool. Empire of Truth. Nice. So that's where you get your casus belli. It's in diplomatic ideas now. That's interesting. Divide and convert. Oh, I hit Z to go back. You know, see what you like about Wiki 3. It's got some pretty good keyboard shortcuts these days. Okay, what do we want next? Well, we don't have to worry about it for a while, right? Yeah, not for a couple of techs. So we have Diplo ideas. Province Warsaw costs, unjustified demands, diplomats, Diplo rep, +1 alliance limit, Diplo relations, diplomatic advisor cost, improved relations, and claim duration. Ugh, claim duration. Then we've got aristocratic ideas, which pairs with quality to give you 2.5 discipline. Interesting. Noble levy mana cost. Hierarchy. Hierarchy is like the happiness of your nobility elite. Noble siphons from bureaucracy. That's not great. But noble tax cost down. Rest. Base noble relations with state +5. I'm not experiencing that right now, I don't think. But maybe it hasn't calculated yet. Natural relationship, yeah. And also, what does this give me? Yeah, you see the aristocratic influence. This seems like this idea group seems really bad. Like, some of it's good, but overall that seems horrendous. And what are our national ideas? Mine production output and fort defense, trade range and caravan power. Okay. German feudalism, hierarchy concern. What does hierarchy concern mean? I guess that means like how much they expect to get before they start getting unhappy. Diversions up, legitimacy up. Stability increase, interval down, nice. Imperial district costs are more expensive and consultation concern is up. Harborage, trade range, commerce perfection, and infantry combat ability and manpower recruitment cost. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. Remind me, yeah, concerns. Unrest, concerns, and treatments. Concern determines the level of care of elites for a given issue, influencing their loyalty. Okay, because they have their level of banditry, rebellion, and treatment. So right now, basically the peasants aren't having fun. Diversions, which everyone cares about, is getting there. There's a bit of consultation, a bit of spirituality, and a lot of hierarchy. Okay. 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 I'm still, as you can tell, it's been a while. We'll get there. Now, we're not going to conduct a census. Don't worry about that. We'll build infrastructure. Maybe we should open new slots immediately, but configure taxes. Oh, this is just to enable or disable specific taxes, isn't it? Yeah. We're going to allow all taxes for now, I think. Right now, rent dues are bringing in half our income. Noble dues are being in a little. This seems like a... Noble dues seem like a huge waste. Let's let it recalculate next year. But right now, noble dues brought in 6 ducats for 4 mana, whereas for 2 mana we got 24 rent dues. That seems insanely inefficient to be spending anything on noble dues. But I think it's probably just not calculated yet. Alright. Expeditions tooltip and toggle. Based on our capital location in the Middle Danube node, we'll be able to send expeditions to these locations when we reach the corresponding diplomatic technology. At 27, we can go to the West Africa, 28, Gulf of Guinea, 29, Central Africa, and so on. Okay, cool. Well, I look forward to doing that much, much later. We can repress promotion to kingdom if we have prestige of 30 and 20 provinces owned by you which are not part of the HRE. Okay, interesting. Germanize our cities' names. We'll worry about that later. And then Osterlung. Ostidlung. This is migration of Germans from Eastern and Central Germany into less populated regions of East, Central, and Eastern Europe. So, I don't know why I would not... why I would stop this. But right now, 2 of our provinces... These 2, or was it these 2, are Slovenian, and Germans are migrating here in order to try and, you know, make it more securely part of our good HRE empire here. Well, we will let them keep doing that for now. Not interested in those 2. Positions and tooltip toggle. Set to notify when things can be... Yeah, I mean, I want to know when we can send an expedition. We're not going to change the settings right now. Utility decisions. I don't think we need... Oh, hang on. Rights visibility toggle. Tooltip visibility toggle. Let's take a look at this. Tooltips toggle. When turned on, every cycling modifier will gain an additional layer. That's already on, isn't it? Couldn't we already do this? I thought I could already cycle through these. Is it that there's somewhere there's just a page explaining it? Not sure about that. Auto property maintenance. Sure. Automatic investment. Right, we probably want to turn this on. And then we'll deal with that in a second. This is like automatically sending money. Yeah, so investment manager. Add selected provinces to invest. So do we want to invest? We probably just want to invest everywhere. So... we go select individually, select neighbors, select areas, select regions, select all stated provinces, select all owned provinces, and then I go select. It puts these nice pins everywhere. And then we go investment manager, add selected provinces to investment, which means all of these are in the investment manager now. And we go hello. Here, you can choose what percentage will be deducted from your treasury every X years to be sent on the selected provinces. Okay. So I want you to take... I don't know... 20% of the treasury? Every 3 years? It seems good. And then it will just... I mean, that seems low, actually. Maybe 30% of the treasury every 3 years. And go ahead and whack that into investment. I think early investment seems good. And yes, let's do a notify me for now. Let's just we'll see what they look like. Advanced options. Prevent provinces from getting industrial urban. If the player wants us to micromanage cities and resident growth by themselves. Remove selected provinces from being forbidden. Show colony selected provinces. Okay, no, that's fine. Good. Okay, trade display for AI. On or off calculations for AI sectors. Okay, I don't really understand that. Clean up mission trees. Show average autonomy. Sure, what is it? 68%, okay. We can recalculate our country's communication efficiency. Don't need to do that. Let's hide the utility decisions. Hide this. Okay, sector centers. Okay, it just tells you like which province is the center of trade in a given sector. Fine. And then, yeah, clear my selected provinces. Don't need that. I don't think we need to configure taxes. We're not aiming to move any population. So, select. Let's go to select. Whoa. Yeah, select individually. So, do we want to open new slots? Slots are industries. Remember, you can't have more than 16 industries in a province. So right now, here in Wien, we have crop, commerce, houseware, textile, processed material, timber. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 industries. So we could have 6 more. There's no education industry, I'm immediately noticing. That seems bad. I don't think the production of education does anything for tech, but I think it's still something that people like need. Like if I look at the population, right now the peasants need, they have food needs, life needs, comfort needs, and luxury needs. Okay. Can I see what they need? Maybe through trade. So knowledge right now. 100% fulfillment already here. Purchase / sold. Selling 6 and producing 1.8. Which they're managing via trade, I imagine. It's been so long since I played this game. I'm feeling so lost. That's all right. We'll figure it out. We can do some new policies. Should we centralize the state? There's no point, right? We're at the max. Yeah, we're maxed out on centralization right now. Tolerate heretics less. Reduce unrest. No, we don't need any of these. Okay, we should probably look into some more disputed successions we might be able to get in on. Let's toggle these off. Actually, I should toggle them all off because I don't want pop-ups for them. Okay, rivals. I mean, Bohemia seems like a good candidate because they're rival to Brandenburg, who I don't like. I mean, who I do like, rather. France is friendly with us right now. Placeholder de Valois. He's going to get some extra claim strength this month. That's funny. Can we afford advisors? They're pretty cheap. We probably can. Some more stability. When an advisor is retired, either manually or natural means, you lose 25% stability. That's fine. Diplo relations and improved relations, or improved relations raw. Probably Diplo and improved relations. Why are you half off? Yeah, that's good, but got a lot of diplomats here, huh? Is it because you're Austrian? Why are you cheaper? I think when I hire you, it can show me. Statecraft, advisor costs in the realm. No, I don't know. But yeah, we'll go with the Diplo rep one. Because it makes people more likely to vote for us. Yeah, morale of armies and Diplo tech cost seems best. We can get a level 2 one, but no, I'm not prepared to spend that much money. Oh, was that why? Was this guy just more expensive because he was just better? My bad, I didn't notice. Okay. It's been so long, man. We can fund infrastructure. No, I don't want to fund the infrastructure yet. Contractions, trade, bureaucracy. So, do you want to expand the bureaucracy? We probably do, right? Try and immediately start getting some corruption. Sorry, some state reach, which happens to also give corruption. We would lose... If you go minus 50 at 0%, do you immediately go to negative stability, or do you have to get to negative 100%? Let's find out and remember. You immediately lose the stability. Fair enough. We can align the cabinet with bureaucrats as well. We again get a whole bunch of stability. But I think I am going to do this. I really want to hire a level 3 guy though. You immediately lose 1 stability as well. Alright, let's not do that right now. I don't want to go to negative stability. Anti-corruption, we could leverage the elites. we get 20 elite loyalty. That's pretty bad. What are we at loyalty-wise right now? I mean, pretty high numbers. It would be nice to try and hold down the corruption. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. They're mad at us, all of them, but that's fine. We can then... Maybe we can support them a bit. Right, didn't we end up doing this a lot last time? I feel like I did this a lot in my French campaign, and I think I'm going to do it again. You lose peasant freedom. But as I recall, in my last campaign, our peasant freedom was trending towards 0 anyway. Right now it's 60. What is affecting it? And what does peasant freedom do? There's so many questions. Noble courts. Sovereign estate. Family appointees. None of this is hurting peasant freedom yet. Here we go. Because the oppressed peasantry, rather than the next level down, which is serfdom, they have 20 minimum peasant freedom, but it ticks down by 1 per year. And so if we raise this to dispassionate peasantry, you could get their minimum down up to 35, and it actually increases. Okay, so given that peasant freedom is constantly ticking down towards the level of 20, we might as well overlook tenant abuses, I think. So let's do that, just to try and keep the nobility happy. Okay, so yeah, having checked, peasant freedom just makes the peasants richer, which is good for pop growth and things, but given that it's trending down 1 a year anyway, you know, we could have them be a little richer, decreasingly so, over the next, 20 years, but I'd rather just support the nobility by doing that, I think. A new consort appears. They get more power. We definitely don't want to increase noble power. That's for sure. Do a grand estate. A grand celebration. Spend some cash. It's quite a lot of cash. That's years of income. So I'd rather not do that. Okay, what else we got? We could help the burghers. I'm okay with influential burghers. This will anger the other factions. By how much? Promote commerce. You get less trade efficiency, but more commerce production efficiency down. Seems good. More income. Giving them more power. Some tax relief. Let's give them... do some state-sponsored commerce. We could leverage the clergy. Spiritualists, that's their court faction, right? Yeah. You can give 5% of tax income to them, lavishly endow them, 15%. Oppose populist reforms, you get 5 unrest everywhere. How much unrest have we got? Probably... Whoa. Okay, my UI mod is broken. Oops. I'm gonna need to go fix that. These, as you can see, I've extended all the way down here, but clearly that is not working properly right now. I'm gonna need to go look into that. We have... yeah, we have more than -5 on all of them, so sure, we'll oppose a populist reform for 10 loyalty and some appreciates. Catholicism gains 0.0 reform desire. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to go fix the mod. I'll be back. Right, okay, fixed. I understand why my submod wasn't working. It's because the devs integrated it into the main mod. Nice. So that's good. We will therefore be able to press on. Now, why was I opening the macro builder again? Right, we're still looking at my unrest. So we are fine to have done that opposing populist reform because we have like no unrest. Good stuff. Anything else I should be doing? Would we assess the church aspects? Dogma of our religion. Diotheism. Jesus is one person with 2 natures, one human, one divine, and 2 wills. These are dogmas with no direct effect. Tenets of our religion. Infant baptism, we get more tolerance. Lots of interesting stuff in here. Cool. Ooh, we can do different things. We can condemn indulgences. We need all of the following. Okay, we can't do this. Pope doesn't like us. Those who endorse indulgences like us. Whoa, we get 1% yearly corruption, but legitimacy minus 1%. That seems really good. So we have these local tenants. Oh, this is a really cool system. Okay. One faith with limited tolerance. All should convert to our faith except Jews who are tolerated. Okay. And local tenants. Selling of indulgences. So right now we have yearly corruption +3 and legitimacy +3. So where is that affecting in here? I'm not... Oh, there we go. Divorce forbidden. Church aspect. I'm not seeing it in here. Am I seeing it in here? Nope. Interesting. Not sure where that kicks in. But yeah, if we were to go to condemn it, we'd get less yearly corruption. But the clergy hate it. We can authorize usury. You can get less inflation. Ooh, interesting. We can regulate the parish registers. Okay. Okay. So that would give us some more manpower. But 1% really seems pretty useless. And condemn simony. Selling of church officials to by secular authorities got out of hand. What does it give us? Seems to give us nothing. I guess you get rid of the yearly corruption. And you transfer less money to the clergy, I guess. Interesting. And we can condemn absenteeism. Okay. Which again doesn't seem to do anything, but I guess it's just removing this. Interesting, interesting. And how could we leverage the clergy? Expropriate their land, make them lose power, give us some stability, give religious war CBs for 10 years. That's pretty cool. Manpower recovery, legitimacy. Let's just take a look at how we can leverage the others as well. Useful to know. But yeah, everything... Everything is going to make them dislike us, of course. We can seriously reduce their influence at court. Demote them. So just dropping their power. 50% investment in noble levies for 10 years. Wow, that's pretty good. Legitimacy and stab increase. Okay, and then what else can the bureaucrats do? Right, well, we can do the commoner stuff, can't we? Next 3 years, all subjects are exempt from state taxes. Crazy effective. And then we got the grain stuff. Completely fund food provisions for commoners at great cost. It's difficult for me to know like how much these will cost. So I think we're definitely not going to do it for now. But once we get wealthy, I'm looking forward to establishing a kind of bread and circuses style. We fund everything. And then we've already looked at these, right? Yeah. And we can curtail the bureaucracy. These are changing these reforms. Which you definitely don't want to do, probably, but... Yeah, so... Just make everything much worse, basically. We're not going to do those. And in terms of reforms, these are probably where we want to focus first. So this seems doable. Increase the state share of revenue. You get less provincial corruption, more base welfare. You only need 10 state reach and 20 influence for that. Okay. That seems fairly doable. So what's the current situation at court? Right now the bureaucratic faction is very weak. Its influence is associated with state power. Which is for these guys, reach. So if we just keep focusing on trying to raise our state reach. Our state reach is 4%? What? It was higher than that, wasn't it? How did we drop our state reach? Oops. Where was I seeing it? Here. Our state reach here is still 5. Probably just hasn't calculated. I probably shouldn't have done any of this until we let it all calculate, at least for a year, but... Okay. Let's get into the game. Rivals. I really want to get this right. So, Poland is rival to Brandenburg, which makes them a good potential. You have a truce with Poland. How do you feel about Poland? Sorry, I'm trying to remember my shortcuts here. Currently neutral to Poland. Poland seems like a good rival. I mean, they're big, but yeah, we should probably take smaller ones first, right? Like Teutons, you won't like Brandenburg either, will you? Interesting. You don't like Poland. So maybe we buddy up with Poland and they help us against Austria. Well, let's counter-rival the Teutons. Venice seems like an obvious rival. Well, they're actually at war with Hungary right now. Okay. They like us. Yeah, Venice seems like a natural rival. Let's rival them. And then we need someone we can actually, you know, beat up. Savoy? Serbia? Yeah, let's rival Serbia because their empire is probably going to fall apart. Okay, so we got some power projection. Let's do some embargoing. Does embargoing actually stop you trading with your rivals? With those that you rival? I don't know. Like actually in the game sense trading? I hope it does. That would make it potentially a really bad idea to embargo Venice, but... Alright, unpaused. Finally unpaused. The Catholic faith. Until it was supplanted by nationalism in the 19th century, religion was the driving force of the world. Nation-states formed, the roots of nationalism were usually found in religion. Cool. Yeah, Teutons get embargoed. Serbia get embargoed. Alright, delegating the tax code. We've already done this. I forgot that automatically popped up. Grisham. We respect what was signed in Visegrad. Create a PU between Poland and Hungary when Kirimans dies. So if Kirimans dies, will not create a ruler if Poland has made male Piast ruler or heir. Poland has female Piast and Hungary does not have a male ruler. Alliance with Hungary. Okay, well that's inconvenient in terms of... Well, no, we didn't rival Poland, did we? Okay, so that might make Poland a better candidate. Ah, can I not ally them because I'm in the HRE and HRE aren't allowed external ones? Beginning of game, humans are asked to say how many no gameplay effects you'll see or receive events. Yeah, give me courier information for now. And how does the courier work again in this? It's just your number of cardinals gives you a chance. Okay, and the courier has a certain amount of money, and I can buy indulgences for your sins. You get one yearly papal influence for 5 years. Okay, and otherwise, here's our reform desire. Right now we're getting 0.1 yearly papal influence. This can give you, you can get saints. Cool. Fun. Okay, so everyone's still voting for us? Yep, yep. Alright, so let's start thinking about our first aggressive expansion because we should start soon. Croatia, you're under Hungary, right? So I guess our expansion should be against Venice, being that they aren't in the HRE. They seem like the obvious candidate. They're allied to Milan, who is a pretty beefy boy. So we'll probably want Austria to come and help us. Austria's already at war with them, so... Now, how did I... Right, we have to get Tyrol in. Now, I think there's an event... Are you my subjects? No, you're a vassal state. Oh, sorry. You are the overlord. You're the vassal state. I'm pretty sure there's an event that gives us Tyrol. But I don't know how it works. So let's do Georgia. Do I have a core on you? Yeah, okay. So we can actually declare on them right away. But Hungary's allied to them. Alright. Let's fabricate a claim on Venice first. Right, I was going to open industries. So in in Austria, open new slots. Open a... We need 1,000 clergy people here to open a clergy pop thing. We have 3,000 clergy here. To open a higher education, you need 10,000 urban population. which we definitely don't have. Wow, okay. That's not great. Oh no, sorry, here we go. Population, residents, 2.4. And that means 2.4 thousand. I'm pretty confident. Hang on, these are tax rates. Population. Burger, 2.6 thousand. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we will open a religious education here. And what other industries do we have here? We have some commerce. We have some processed material, which takes fuel and raw and turns it into industrial. Okay. Pretty cost effectively right now. We've got some timber, some pastures, a cottage industry. Oh, we already have religious education. Okay. And then we have wine, plant fibers. So we could set up luxury cloth. We need 5 of them, do we? You have 5. We have that. Sericulture. Can't have that. Should we do luxury cloth? I mean, let's just do it. Not worry about it too much. So what is that producing? Does it not exist yet? Maybe it opens on the monthly tick or the yearly tick. I have no idea. I hope you're enjoying this fumbling. We're getting there. We're getting to better understand what's going on. We should probably pick a second place to make a city, like here, and make sure this place has a religious education as well. It does. But I mean, why set up religious education? Does it actually matter? If it's not providing an education that matters, and that's the investment manager, right? 30% every 3 years. Yeah. Okay. So they're charging in on their war with Venice. Let's build our spy network. Ooh, looming disaster. The Peasants' War. Phenomenal. That's not great. Why? Concerns welfare treatment is at least 2. Rights not n-1 is equal to 2. I guess that's probably this. That's not ideal. What's causing it to tick? Progress at +1 each month. From what? Because our concerns treatment is less than 0.5 and less than 0.5, and yes, has the ongoing thing. And there's been a bubonic plague in Burman. Amazing. I don't know that I'm going to be able to stop this, because we're not going to be able to raise their welfare by... Oh god, we're going to have a freaking peasants' war right at the start. That's shall we say, not ideal. Bohemia, if you could just die right now, that would be so unbelievably lucky. But given that that's not likely, I'm also going to improve relations with you. Württemberg wants to marry us. Hungary and Croatia, sure, you can have military access. So who else? Anyone tasty in here? Saxony has no valid heir. Okay, let's marry Saxony. And we got a, whatchamacallem? A consort. Good. Oh, Saxony joined the Lubeck Trade League. But yeah, if you die, succession war. Then he's 50. That would be great. Because if we get a elector as our personal union, I believe sometimes it gets awarded to the senior member. So that would be fantastic. The Treaty of Zandar. Alright, here we go. This is the... War with Venice is over and we made peace. The Venetians will relinquish their hold on the Dalmatian coast and release their vassal Ragusa. Nice. That doesn't seem good for us though, because I'm not Hungary. Hungary is now at peace with them. Okay. But there's still this to take. That's actually really annoying. I was kind of counting on being able to take this province so I could, you know, get down here. We do have the Humiliate Rival CB. And you, I'm betting, the war for the Serbian Empire. Oh, cool. But your subjects have got to be disloyal, right? 40, 30... No, his subjects are not disloyal, actually. I think an early Humiliate Rival war to get us a bunch of power projection seems like a great play. Why is Hungary not coming in? So you don't owe me the favours. Right. We can curry favours. Yeah, I should probably curry favours with Hungary. Is there still any natural favour gain? I forget. It looks like yes. Allied relative strength is giving us 0.2, but you can more than double your favour gain. Oh, right. We have a ship. Oh, it's just a cog, though. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, everyone's voting for us. I think we're improving with the right people. Who else has a disputed succession? Like, Palatinate. Do you? No. Who else would be useful? Trier? Where's Trier gone? No, you're a bishopric, of course. Let's click through them. None of these are looking that exciting. Let's just keep looking. Nassau's relatively big. Lorraine, huh? We're not at our relationship limit yet. He's only 30 though, he's not going to die. We're only interested in sufficiently old places. Sufficiently old people, that is to say. I should maybe stay on this one and then I select them. Apparently no heirs over there. Guilders, you're relatively rich, but you're 23. Brunswick. How old are you? 32. Ah, yes, Trasdamara. Now there's an option. They are 22 though. Probably not going to happen. And who of these tends to win? Trasdamara, I think, right? I believe it's Trasdamara. Montfort, of course, because they're in the civil war over it. Schleswig-Holstein, 36. Messen, 27. Sweden, 41, in a civil war, not under a personal union. Yes, yes, that could be interesting. Maybe once the civil war's over, we'll go for that. Norway, 17, not going to happen. Savoy, 23. Montfort, you're bigger than you were. You're 50. Sorry, that's Genoa. Montferrat, 36. Meh. Probably not worth it. Actually, you are right next to me. Also 26. Hungary. Okay, we're not actually married to Hungary. That is a mistake. Definitely need to make sure we are married to Hungary, because they are 31. Lucca asks for independence, and they accepted the petition. Okay, welcome to the world, Lucca. Making decent money now. Yeah, we don't want our estates in the outliner because it's kind of useful to show our. It's odd that it shows all of the multiple times, but it is useful to show our state reach. I think it's too janky. Let's remove it. So if you were to die now, still Piast would ascend because Poland has more. Is it prestige that controls it? I forget. Is there a way that I could quickly get myself a little bit of prestige? That would help me identify. I mean, hang on, let me check. I think it may actually be by development that controls it. So it's going to be difficult for us to overcome Poland on that front in the short term, but we will see. We are very solidly the person being voted for. So we'd like to get some alliances in the HRE in order to shore things up. We have to get to plus 65 before we can ally, but I'll ally, you know, Palatinate and Bohemia, I guess. Palatinate, yeah, is being improved relations from Bohemia, so they seem like a good candidate for marriage, just to kind of ward off Bohemia's influence. And then, yeah, we can't ally them yet. Should probably improve with whoever's least secure right now. Already improving with you. Oh yes, and we do have a subject. We can't annex them for 9 years. No problem. And then also, yeah, the integration process needs to finish. At current speed that we finished in no time. I think this just hasn't calculated yet. Okay. Saxony, I could ally you as well. We have, what's our alliance limit again? 3, right? Yeah, I think we established it's 3. Okay, so I should probably ally Bohemia rather than anybody else. Yes, I will marry you for the the little improved relations boost. But I think I'll ally Bohemia as my third ally rather. Which means I can immediately complete this for the 10 prestige. Oh, which will let me check if it's prestige related. Wait for the monthly tick. I think it's not. Also, we've got the electoral support, which gives us the diplomat and the improved relations. Nice. I'm pretty confident it's based on autonomy adjusted development, but let's see. Should update on the monthly tick. Yeah, so it's still Poland. No, I don't know. I don't know if there's any way I can really make Hungary and Poland break their royal marriage. I don't think so. But being allied to Hungary seems fine anyway. Carrying favours with Bohemia might be a good idea now. I feel like. How many are we going to get from that? A little bit. The more they like us, the faster you can curry favours, so I will improve relations with Hungary as well. As long as our election is secure, and it is pretty secure, we're feeling good. Now to get a claim, it costs, what is it, 20? 44, oh my god. Increased by the fact that vengeful. Is that me that's vengeful? No, I'm deceitful. It must be them that's vengeful. Yeah. Hostile core creation costs on us plus 50%. And yet it's somehow also... Oh, I was hovering over the wrong button, maybe. No, this is fabricate claim. Oh, sorry, but it's the bottom bit. It's 50 admin for how to core it. Okay, so the cost is just base 40 plus 10 for being a member of the HRE. Okay. I think that's increased. Ooh, and Hungary's off to war. Now, Serbia. We should be able to come in and... Where's your capital, Serbia? All the way down here. I feel like maybe I should just save the manpower, but the 300 mana would be pretty darn nice. They are a rebellious division. Their liberty desire is growing as they fight this war, which is good for us. I think we go for it. Let's go humiliate Serbia. And also, should we be spending on rooting out corruption? It gives us what, minus 0.5, which is effectively minus 5 corruption. That's pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, let's do it. Let's root out corruption. Okay, we got a general? No. Time to roll one. Oh, do we have... Yeah, there is professionalism, but professionalism is not increased by drilling. Yeah. Professionalism increased by reforms. Cool. Yeah, so we will roll... We don't really like our heir. I mean, 453 is pretty darn good, actually. We don't really like our king. Yes, he has... Well, he has the same points overall, but this deceitful. So sure, let's roll our king. Pretty good. Pretty good early general, to be honest. Let's go to war, I think. Let's go yoink some of Serbia's land. We won't not yoink their land, but, you know, siege some of Serbia's land. And it is the yearly tick. So it's the first... If you're not familiar, the ticks... Basically, MEIOU taxes runs way better these days, but there's a really long January tick, which basically I'm going to pause recording through each time, and then, you know, look at Reddit. Basically, I much prefer it this way, rather than having a long monthly tick every month. And see that? I mean, that wasn't even that bad. So really, I think it's good this way around. We can now withdraw support for the Teutons and Knights if we want to, because they have some stuff within our lands. So there's balances which are... That seems broken. I don't think that's calculated properly yet, I suspect. Trade. Visible on trade map mode +1. Yeah, we won't worry about that for now. It's because the province is selected. But yeah, how do I see how big the knights' holdings are? Here we go. Medium knights' holdings. Substantial estates across the provinces. That's not great. Plus 0.1 autonomy in the region. I believe that's net plus... Because the more autonomy you have, the faster the autonomy ticks down. But... Let me look. It's ticking down by... Yeah, slightly more. So 0.1 is about 8, maybe? 7.5? Autonomy, equilibrium. Okay. Well, that's not ideal, but... State reaches should be slowly climbing. France rivaled us. That's not ideal. Maybe I should have allied them sooner. Whoa, but England took a big chunk there. Alright, well, I can't ally them. But, you know, we are very much going to be aligned with England, it seems. And France is looking weak. That's awesome. Well, if we are to have a rivaled France, let it be a very weak France. Alright, so Servia. Are you who I want to humiliate? We could also do Venice. We'd have to be able to take the capital though, which would be a pain. So no. Hello. We don't want to call anyone, we don't have our favors. Can't do all kinds of things to them. We outnumber them even with their subjects all being loyal. Alright, so we march. Oh, I didn't actually ask Hungary for military access yet. Let's make sure we have military access from our allies. We march south. Now it's a wooded highlands, so I think we probably just march straight for the capital. And then spread out from there. So you guys are having a war for the Servian Empire. I wonder if they like become Serbia if they win that war. It's cool though. Obviously we are gaining very little manpower each month because it happens at the end. We're fine with severe looting, I think. Because we're not going to occupy this land for a long time. Decisions available, we can see how much state war loot we have. Cool. So yes, we are now going to be suffering some attrition. I don't know how much manpower we're gaining per year. Is there a good way to see that? I can see my state reach here rising. Expenses. National military. Here we go. So there's some demanded goods. I don't think I can. Well, I could probably sum these numbers. Like the feudal levy. Not sure. Oh, hang on. That said monthly state. No, but that was budget still. Yeah, so I don't think we can see that. Treaty of Tarnava. Okay. Hungary breaks their alliance. Conflict between the powerful King of Hungary and the Emperor of the Roman Empire has been heating up. The rulers of Hungary believe to settle their differences, they had to agree to break our alliance. And yeah, so this province it's given to Padua actually, but they are allied to Hungary. Blast indeed. So we now can't ally them. They'll probably go to their alliance limit, but yeah, I thought that was coming, but Waldensian resurgence in Savoy, and Savoy chose to support it. Interesting. I don't see any Waldensians though. Maybe they're here? No. Alright, here we are in siege. Now remind me, to siege in this game, you need 2 regiments. Okay. So this is just normal mountains, so let's leave 4 behind and come siege this so we can get less attrition by standing up here. Good. And then how much war score do we need for show strength? It is 100%. We will need to do a fair amount of sieging if I want to do that. But we could also just humiliate for the 40 power projection. Because yeah, the extra 3 a month is pretty potent. Anywhere else I could siege that hasn't got any forts? Yeah, up north there are some. Let's just stay down here for now. You should stop taking attrition, I think. Now that you occupy the province. On the monthly tick, maybe? Are you over the supply limit? Oh, they're over the supply limit. Whoops. Okay, God, I'm going to have to... I've got a lot of reminding myself how things work to do. V is to split. Go siege this instead. We don't want to waste any... Ooh, hello. They've come for us. Okay. Well, to complete that game, we'll take the general and go north, beat up this army before they can siege anything down. Definitely don't want to siege our province. Oh yeah, so government reforms. We have birthright succession, which you can't change. We have consorts. We have nobility by blood. I can change it, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Assemblies. I can change to having elected, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Meanwhile, there's regionalism or confederation. Income from vassals, but annex cost up. Okay. And then later we can increase this as long as we have absolutism of 30, state tax farming, nobility, and 35 state reach. And this one we just need more absolutism and better rural governance, and then unitary later on just requires more stuff. Cool. So there's things to be upgraded within here as well. Nice. And then provincial leadership doesn't seem to do anything. And then this one is upgraded just based on the military organization reform, I believe. Sorry, there's an angle grinder outside. Let me close the window. Okay, this one's relatively easy to change. We just need more state reach, more state reach, more state reach, more state reach. Nice. Okay, so as we centralize, we'll be able to reduce the amount of devolution. Nice. I shouldn't apologize because I mean I'm sure there's no, that doesn't add anything, but I I really feel like I'm struggling to kind of remember how the heck you play this game. And yeah, this Peasants' War is, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. We need to rate. I mean, the welfare is now -4, which is coming from this. No, this. Right. No, it must be this. Yeah, welfare is -5.16. I mean, I don't know. Well, we'll have to deal with that somehow. Oh, whoa, what's this? Oh, that's war deaths. I thought there was the plague. So I guess, I mean, one thing I could do to help the peasants out. Let's just try it. Common interactions. We'll try it. Grain for the commoners. I'm going to pay for all the grain. And let's just see how much it costs. I have no idea how much it's going to cost. We'll look for it in realm expenses. I think it probably only kicks in January 1st next year. But we'll see. We don't want a peasants' war. I will fund all the grain. We'll see how much that costs us. I will see you in the next episode, though, where we will finish this war against Serbia, hopefully avoid internal conflict, and fingers crossed, you never know. Bohemia may die. He could die. He's 42. Could happen. Either way, thanks for bearing with me as I readjust. Looking forward to the rest of this. One thing I should mention, if you are seeing this video, I played, a long series, and if you want access to that whole series all at once, then you can become a channel member. The videos will already be uploaded by the time this one is uploaded, many of them at least, and you can watch them ahead of time by becoming a member on YouTube. No pressure if you don't want to. The videos will release probably 1 or 2 a week as normal for you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.